So the next one will be a cute student who is Ban Mustafa Saleh from 8th grade. So the topic is self-improvement, which is so amazing, the topic. Ban, welcome. Applaud her, please.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about a subject that actually piqued my interest a lot. Today I'm going to be talking about mental health and self-improvement. So have you ever struggled with mental disabilities? Have you ever struggled with, for example, anxiety? Or have you ever been insecure about something about yourself? So I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about specifically depression. Depression is it's very complicated, but I'm going to be talking about how it feels. Depression mainly feels like you're drowning in a deep ocean. It feels very dark because you start isolating yourself from people and habits you liked. Everything you used to like is now boring. The things you used to eat and love now are tasteless. And the people you used to enjoy hanging out with are now kind of distant, even though you didn't really do anything. And also the habits you enjoy are now boring. Everything around you is starting to crumble, and you're starting to hate everything around you. People, everything, really. You start hating everything around you and your surroundings and the people and the things you eat. Everything is starting to bother you. Everything is starting to not make sense in your brain. And really, it's a struggle. And also, it's really hard to get out of depression, especially because it traps you. It takes you in and it's hard to get out. It's really important to try to improve. Some misconceptions with depression is that it's a joke, or maybe perhaps it's not that serious, or maybe the person that is depressed can be deemed lazy or mean or annoying or really anything of that sort. The thing is, that's wrong. You can't really control it. Depression comes from, trauma, and you can't really control your past or your future. Now, can you? Well, you can control your future, but not everything about it. You can't control the events that are going on, and it's not really your fault, really. So, another misconception is that also the only people who are depressed are people who walk slow, who talk slow, and who are always dressed in full black and everything like that. Goths are associated with depressed people. People make jokes about depressed people, which is, bad. Depression is not a joke, and it never should be. And now, how would you get out of depression? How would you get out of a mental struggle? How to start improving, really. The first step to improving is acceptance. Accepting who you are and the things around you and your past and your future. Some people think acceptance is about forgetting about the thing completely. Well, it isn't. Acceptance is when you accept it as a part of you, as who you are, and as something that happened to you. Not everyone is gonna like their past or their future, but they can always accept it as a part of them, and they can always like the things that happened to them. Not everything is under your control, and it never should be. Now, how do you really start accepting yourself? How would you start accepting yourself, and what should you accept? Like I said, your past, your present, and your future. And of course, yourself, how you look, and everything else above that. So, acceptance is basically accepting it as a part of you. Telling somebody, yeah, that happened, and I moved on. Or, I haven't moved on, or just something. Also, something else you have to accept is the people you've hurt. Whatever you're gonna accept, you have to accept your past, your present, and your future. So you have to accept the people that you've hurt, the people that have been affected by you. So, what do I mean by that? Maybe the people you have affected in your past are still mad at you, and you have already apologized, but they're still mad at you. You have to accept the fact that they're always going to be mad at you, and you can't really control it. Now, can you? Replacing bad habits with good ones. Sometimes people cope with depression by getting bad habits. Sometimes it's self-harm, sometimes it's spoiling themselves with homework, or sometimes it's just piling things up for themselves and trying to avoid thinking, which is a bad thing. There are good habits, like for example, gardening or reading or something like that. It just shouldn't be overused. Well, anything that's overdone is always bad, so yeah. Romanticizing life. Romanticizing and liking the things you do. Because with depression comes the struggle of doing things. Sometimes people who are depressed feel like they can't do anything. You come home, you can't do anything but sit down and cry about your life. Well, you have to romanticize your life. You have to enjoy doing your daily tasks, and you have to enjoy the things you do if you really want a change. Because if you don't want to change, you can't have any change at all. Now, can you? Learning about how to enjoy your own company. Something else that I've learned about enjoying your own company is enjoying being by yourself. Some people tell me that they have PTSD and they can't stand being by themselves. Well, you have to get over that. And I'm not saying you have to get over it quickly. People change and grow over time, and nobody can control that. The thing is, if you want to improve, you have to accept how you're going to improve, the time you will take to improve, and how you're going to improve. Whether it takes a minute, a second, a day, a week, a month, years, decades, and maybe you think it's too late. Maybe you think it's too late for you to change. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's never too late to change. Whether you're 9 or you're 80, you can always change no matter what stage you are in your life. It's never too late. It doesn't matter what happens. If you want to change, you can change whenever you want. The second you start accepting the fact that you are in a bad state of your life, the second you start wanting to change, you are gonna change, and hopefully for the better, so you can become the best version of yourself. That's all I have to say. Are there any questions? No?
Thank you.
Okay.
You're doing great, and it was great because you can accomplish your goals by self-improvement. Thanks again.